the official TSA flight deck officer's holster, firearm, and the approved and required combination padlock. Now the gun that the FFDO carries must be fully loaded, and obviously it should be, but the TSA doesn't want the flight deck officers to carry this firearm anywhere outside of the cockpit. Well, that's fine, even though they're the captain of the entire plane, not just the cockpit. That's what the TSA has mandated. Well, anyway, what happens is that the flight deck officer simply gets into his seat, locks the cockpit door, and then he has to remove this silly padlock. And when he removes it, it goes right through this little hole, and the hole is so small you actually can't see where the trigger is. Foreign objects and triggers of loaded guns, they don't match very well. They're really kind of scary. Well, anyway, the flight deck officer, he's a good flight deck officer, so he takes and straps the gun on his strong side through his belt, and then he flies the plane. Well, in the course of flying his plane, things might happen, like his elbow might bump that snap, or his seatbelt, or something else, and maybe even something causes the firearm to come out of the holster a little bit. Like this. It doesn't have to, but that looks secure, doesn't it? Looks like it's very secure. Well, if the flight deck officer has to go to the bathroom or it's time to land the plane, he's got to put this thing away before he can open the cockpit door again. Regulations. So what he does is he takes this silly padlock and then he pushes it through the hole like he's supposed to, and then he snaps it shut. But in this case, I think he found that his holster wasn't fully snapped for some reason. So, well, I guess he's got to push it down in a little bit. Oh, look at that! It discharged. It discharged because the shackle was in front of the trigger. Of course, the flight deck officer couldn't see it. The TSA, they didn't engineer this thing properly, and what they created was a tremendous hazard. It's a good thing the officer didn't blow his own kneecap out.